finals will happen tomorrow. PSG versus Real Madrid. We're going to talk about that one tomorrow. Good morning, guys. Welcome to Vote Sports on Vote 104.3 FM. My name is Godwin. I'm here to talk about the Club World Cup and transfer news. Good morning, John. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Good morning, sports fans and all the football maniacs out there. Welcome to another exciting show today.
Good morning, also.
I am ready for today's Blast Blues. Let's get it started.
Remember, we are live on YouTube at Vote FM Sports. You can go there, drop your comments. We will be reading your comments live here in the studio. Okay, let's start with the Club World Cup. The first semi-final of the Club World Cup will happen today, 8 p.m. Nigerian time. Chelsea will play Fluminense in that first game. Thiago Silva will be facing his former club. Remember, Thiago Silva was part of the Chelsea team that won the Champions League. Now he has moved back to Brazil. He is 40 years old. He has now going to face Chelsea in these semi-finals. But it's going to be an interesting game. They just brought in Joe Pedro. Chelsea, they brought in GITTEN, but GITTEN will not play. They will play after. They will join them after the Club World Cup. But Chelsea, they are actually looking good.
Yeah, Chelsea are looking good, You look at the side, they've added two wingers into the side, talking about Gittens and Joao Pedro. And we're still talking about where he's going to fit in. Obviously, you are going to count on these players' utility when you have issues with the guys up front in the 9th position. And then you also look at where else they've strengthened in the side. And you say that they have a core 11. And now with a few exits and a few replacements, they could have a core bench that you can call upon at any time to come in and give you an advantage in a game. Now, looking at this encounter now between the ball playing Fluminense and Chelsea, it's going to be a game of who wants it more, in the sense that Fluminense have nothing to lose. And when you have nothing to lose, you have everything to fight for. And Chelsea, on the other hand, also have a squad that should be able to deliver them the finals. That's the barest minimum right now. I'm sure Chelsea fans out there will be expecting that they should be at least breasting the final line and getting into the finals. At least you have a 50-50 chance of winning the Club World Cup. Yes.
Even though the other side is...
the other side choke, yes. You count them one by one. When you reach that bridge, you cross them. Yeah. You understand? So for this game now, they should just give this game their full attention. And we need to count on the key figures for the Chelsea side to turn up on the night as well.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Also, Chelsea. Now, bad belly, you just come this morning.
We'll go talk facts first. We'll go talk
before you go bad belly.
Okay. Now, the fact is, who is the highest goal scorer in the Club World Cup?
I think it's
Hercules.
And Garcia too.
They leave Garcia did 4 goals.
Yes.
Hercules first and reached 4 goals for quarterfinals. 4 goals. I think there are 3 joint highest goal scorers now. And if you look those numbers, Chelsea player didn't do. No single Chelsea player did it.
But they're in the semi-finals.
Thank
you. Now I talk now. So we asked Hercules again today to help us deliver. But still, coming to the Chelsea side, we've said it before. We've sung a lot of songs about it. Who is going to play where is going to play who is going to, how is going to arrange his team, what is going to deliver, what's the role each player will be given, because it's not about your formation on paper. Because that's what most of us look at. The formation. That's what we look at mostly. The formation on paper. What is it playing like? Is it a 4-4-2? Is it a 5-4-1? Is it a 3-3-3? Is it a 7-6-2? Is it this? Is it that? That's what we've been talking about. But now it's a question of what's going to be the role of each player, as opposed to the tactics, or perhaps as opposed to the formation on paper. Because if you're telling me Kopama is allowed to play a free formation and go to the flanks, the midfield is going to suffer. If you're telling me Enzo Fernandez can at least, because of his aggressiveness, can go and play as a false 9, bros, you're going to suffer in midfield. If you're going to still tell me in the same bricks that Reece James can play as a right back and still invert to play as a DM, then you have a back 3, you're having a problem in that team, because we've seen the team suffer when Reece James plays as the DM. Though he can do it for other teams, can do it for lesser teams, but if in big matches, Reece James isn't there in DM position. So if he's going to experiment with tactics again, it's going to be a problem for Chelsea. We've said this before, we've said it again, and we'll say it again. But in this game now, you're looking at the Fluminense side, who has gone on to shock the world. Until they did, I think what they did against the last game against Al Hilal, subsequently in their other games, they've gone on to shock the world. We didn't expect them to be here. We were expecting big names at least. But Fluminense is a big name. We were expecting bigger names like Flamingo and Palmeiras, since we've seen records of those players coming to the semi-finals. But look at where we are now.
Good game for Chelsea. We want to interesting. Caicedo is back from his suspension, so obviously him and Fernando Sorry,
and Jackson.
Fernandez and Papa will play in that midfield. But the question is, who will start as a striker? Joao Pedro, Jackson, or the lab, John? Who will start? Who do you think will start as that number 9?
It should be Dilap. Like, I don't understand why we're even having this conversation. Joao Pedro, no.
Joao Pedro was bought for 16 million.
It doesn't mean he can play from the left too. Who on the left was bought for 60?
You know, we argued on this show.
Who on the left was bought for 60 or 30?
Nkunku na.
Nkunku been they play there.
Nkunku been play there.
No be this season, I don't think.
Nkunku been play there. He even played there for the last match he played there.
Nkunku can start from the bench, bro.
But he was bought for 60 or plus.
You know what I mean?
So it's
interesting who the Chelsea is going to start.
Last season has dissolved whatever they signed for him.
Yeah, I think Nkunku is starting because in quotes, Chelsea doesn't have that left side of the attack. When he started this Club World Cup, he tried Palmer there, tried Neto. They were just trying a lot of players.
He tried Neto there because Neto did this in Wofati Wanderers.
So, but I think Neto knew down that right side of the attack. So the left side is always been the problem. So that's why they brought GITTEN, and the other players that should be played there. The Modric is out for 4 years.
I think Derek George should be played.
GITTEN and Pedro now join Chelsea this summer.
Yes, but Pedro,
and both of them are going to that left.
But for Pedro in his last games with Brighton,
you know me.
He was playing as behind
all
the
games,
you know
all the games in Brighton.
It's not about all the
striker.
games. See, that the fact that Danny Welbeck is not available and you are being played in the 9 does not make you a 9.
Mm-hmm.
But he played more.
Yes,
it not make you 9.
No, I agree.
Because depending on, like we're talking and we're having this conversation, Mikel Obi no be DM.
Coach converter.
Thank you.
Converter
to DM.
Now I will not ask you a question.
But he has always been an AM. You understand me? So
AM, thank you.
Availability turned him into DM because he won game time. So he was turned into a DM. And when other managers came, they maintained status quo.
That's for Mikel Obi.
For Joao Pedro now, he's a pure winger.
He was never a winger. Look at his stats. He's a
pure winger. It's not about stats.
No, even when he starts. If it's
by stats, you can go and look at Rodrigo's stats. Rodrigo's stats is still better than his playing from the wings.
Now look at it.
So not be by even
you cannot contradict a player's position because for Brighton, Joao Pedro was not playing from the flanks. Let's be honest. Yes. He never played from the flanks because in the flanks they had 2 players ahead of him. Even when they brought what's it called on loan, the Barcelona wonder kid, the next Ronaldinho Messi, Ansu Fati. When they brought him on loan too, he still played ahead of Joao Pedro on the flanks. It was Mitoma on that left. It was Mitoma and Ansu Fati. Joao Pedro behind the striker.
We shall see.
You get now he's allowed to roam into the left position. We understand that as he's allowed to roam into the left position, he's allowed to roam to the flanks. On the other side as well, we had a Yakubu Minte and the other guy, the Adingra. We're talking about wingers in the code of one icon. The guy that submitted that had this what's it called? The assist for the final goal against Nigeria in the AFCON. Adingra also plays from the flank. So in all these players, you see them play ahead of him on the flanks, but in that striking position, in behind the striker, you see him there. You get his best position is either as a striker or as a supporting striker. The second striker, as they call it, they say it's the SS, the second striker or the striker in play, and he's allowed to roam to the flanks.
I'm still telling you that, like for example, now we can have this conversation for Kylian Mbappe. We can have this conversation for a couple of other players. Now winger be if you like playing for 9, now your loss.
If
you like playing where you want play, now your loss.
In his first game, he was played as a striker, so it's going to be interesting what the coach is going to, where he's going to play, because when we started this show, when he was signed, we are thinking that he's going to play from that left side since they have Jackson and the lab, so he will play from the left side. But when he was introduced, Jackson wasn't introduced in that game, and he played in number 9. And now the lab is
was he a starter in that game?
No, he was introduced in that game. And now the lap is suspended for this particular game.
And Jackson is
available. So we have to know within Pedro and Jackson who is going to start.
I'm telling you that since he didn't start in that position, he can be started as a winger that drifts into the 9 position. But I'm telling you now categorically, saying a winger in B.
He's not a winger, John. He's not a winger. And we'll go back to this debate because we've seen this guy play in the Premier League. It's not that we've not seen him play. We keep asking, okay, which position is best suited for a player? For a coach to experiment you other places doesn't mean. I think I've said this in Brighton's side. Even before he came to Brighton, he was always played behind the striker. You get, even in the Brighton setup, you see him play behind the striker. You see him in the midfield three. At some point, he goes in ahead of Welbeck and scores the goals, but he's always played in the midfield three. You get, so I'm just like, in this setup for Chelsea now, because we are still going to come back to the Chelsea, who starts and who benches. Jackson is available. You get, Pedro is available. Delap might not be available. Caicedo is back after facing suspension. Now Gusto will always start because that's what we are driving to now. I think just to manage Reece James's injury. He has game time, but Gusto that doesn't have much injury as Reece James will play more. So Gusto will always start. James will come in the 60th minute and complete the game and perhaps get his assist also. As the captain, or perhaps now that you are starting from the bench, you will not be the former shirt of this captain. As the former captain, or perhaps as the captain of the squad, you just have that quality to. I just think Chelsea team should have squad players.
Okay, let's
really good squad players.
They have squad players. The problem is that none of those squad players are worth anything right now.
Okay, let's see what Chelsea is going to be doing in this particular game. Remember, Joao Pedro started his career at Fluminense before he moved to Watford. Then he moved to Brighton. So he's going to face his former club. We're going to see where they are going to start him, if he's going to be as a winger, as a striker. But throughout last season, he played majorly as a striker or behind the striker for Brighton. So Chelsea bought him for about £60 million. So it's going to be interesting. The lab, even when the Premier League starts, the lab, Jackson, and him, who will start as that number 9. In the last game, the last Saturday, Pedro was introduced. Jackson did not play at all. So everybody was thinking, but are they trying to move away Jackson or not? And now we are talking about madueke. So a whole lot of story about Chelsea, but this club workout, they are going to focus.
So you are telling us that it's
focus.
His teams and his players or their former club.
Yeah, try and win this particular game. But let's see if Chelsea is going to win this particular game. But it's going to be an interesting game. Chelsea will play Fluminense in the semi-finals of the club workout. Let's get your prediction before we read some of the comments on our YouTube channel.
I see Chelsea going through.
Chelsea to go through the finals. Okay.
Listen to players versus their former club now. Fluminense players, Pedro versus Thiago Silva against Chelsea. Okay, I'm going for Fluminense.
Okay, let's see who goes to the finals of that Club World Cup. Okay, let's go back to our YouTube channel. Remember, guys, we are live on YouTube at Vote FM Sports. Uzochukwu, I pronounced your name very well today. Uzochukwu, welcome to the show. Good morning, my lovely people in the studio. I'm wishing Chelsea victory against Fluminense tonight. Okay, Pastor Chris Nandi saying, good morning, men and brethren. Please, the lap is suspended. I trust my coach to start Joao Pedro. Okay, you see, they are choosing Pedro over Jackson. It's not fair. Jackson have actually saved you people for like a couple of times.
I don't understand.
People just throwing one side and now
you want to throw him under the bus.
Just used to talk about shiny objects. You buy new players, it's like it's shining. You know, it's like when you have clothes in your house. 100 clothes. You buy this new
reality setting.
Yeah, seeing this new clothes. Every time
no, Godwin, the right analogy is when you go shopping at Ochanja at night, and then you find one very good shirt, and then you wake up in the morning, you put it on, and you realize, hey, guy, he didn't do.
But let's see, we are wishing Joao. I'm not wishing him bad luck too. We are wishing Joao Pedro best of luck at Chelsea. If he does well, fine. If they didn't do well, fine. But now they have the lap. They have Jackson, they have everybody, 3 strikers for Chelsea. I think it's enough. You know, we are talking about
John was saying 3 strikers.
John was saying 3 strikers. So John, Chelsea have fulfilled your wish. Chelsea have 3 strikers in that squad. Let's see if it is going to be possible for them to wrestle that league against from Liverpool or challenge for the title this season. Okay, let's read some of the comments again on our YouTube channel before we talk transfer. Chimobi, welcome back to the show. Chelsea all the way to the finals. He's also saying, Chelsea, please, we know, I beg. He's not begging.
His confidence, no day.
Yeah, he's not begging. Okay, Africa Startup Story saying, it will be amazing to see Chelsea in the finals. Elizabeth, welcome to the show. Say, come on, the Blues. I want you to win from Madrid fans. Oh, okay. She's a Madrid fan and she's for supporting Chelsea to go to the finals of the Club World Cup. Remember, if Chelsea wins today, they are going to wait who wins between Paris Saint-Germain and Real Madrid. So it's going to be a tough fight out, even if they, but at least as John said, let them cross one bridge. When they reach final, miracle they happen.
You can't because now that miracle give them all this easy run.
Imagine
for knockout stages.
So let's
but Fluminense is not go easy.
let's see.
Fluminense no go easy.
It's still an easier side if they are probably in that Real Madrid and PSG side. It would have
You
been
know,
tough. Imagine them playing.
this thing you're saying now was what Inter Milan said. Is easier. Is an easier route to the finals.
But let's see though. Chelsea will play. Chelsea will play Fluminense in the semi-finals of today's Champions, and the guys. Sorry, Champions Club World Cup, and the guys are actually giving you their own prediction about what they will think will happen for today's game. Let's see if Chelsea will reach the finals. Okay, let's go away from the Club World Cup. Tomorrow we'll talk about the other semi-finals of the Club World. It's Paris Saint-Germain and Real Madrid that will play tomorrow. But for let's move on to the transfer market, because the transfer is heating up again, and our very own OSIMHEN has said yes to Galatasaray. Everybody was expecting him to go to either Saudi,
Liverpool, Saudi, or
Manchester United,
or Arsenal.
And Galatasaray are started negotiating with Napoli. They submitted a 55 million euros, but Napoli said no, they want about 70 million. So they are back in negotiation table. But the issue there is OSIMHEN has said yes to them. If they agree a fee, OSIMHEN will play sign a 3 years contract with Galatasaray in the Turkish league. What do you make of that move exactly? Do you think it's the right move for him to go back to Turkey and play football?
I think you can't force clubs to come for you, and while you are waiting for the big move, I think the best thing you can do is to repay the faith Galatasaray showed in you.
Yes, actually
when they took you out on loan.
Last season. Yes.
Yes, so at least stay there 1 more year, sign a 3 year contract, of course, but stay there. After this season, you could get a move elsewhere. So that's the main thing. It's better than going to Saudi Pro League right now, and then they also have a chance to play in the Champions League. So win-win.
What do you make of that transfer, also?
I have a problem with the transfer.
Mm-hmm.
It's Turkey, and they submitted 55 million plus 5 million in bonuses, which is a total of 60 million euros. Let's say 56 million pounds in, as the case may be. And Napoli has refused it. Bro, you don't want this player in your camp. Teams are coming for him. Sell him off.
Problem.
It's a problem. You know what I said. Now you're hiking the bid. If you want him back, tell him, propose a bid to him. Like, tell him, okay, you're part of the project for the future. Just that we wanted a new manager in. He wanted this, he wanted that. Explain to the player what you want. Because I feel like Napoli would be another option for him. He's one of the big teams. They want to compete for the league again. They want to still compete for the league. They want to still defend the title they have at hand. Now, he's still part of the Napoli history. After not winning the trophy for almost 20 years, and you come to the side and you help them win the trophy for a long time. You're part of the people who rebuilt the history of the club. Now, if they are going to let him go like that, a team has submitted a 60 million plus bonuses and everything, 60 million euros. Accept the bid. Though he's not as much as you would want, because OSIMHEN is one of those players you say he's worth more than 120 million right now in the market. If Arsenal will be willing to pay 80 million plus for GYOKERES, why not pay the same for OSIMHEN? If Benjamin Sesko, that has only 16 goals every year, is being priced for 100 million.
But you can't have that leverage or that bargaining power, because you are the one that froze the player out.
I'm just saying.
So that's the reasoning behind the marketing.
I'm just saying, if what's it called now, Ekitike and Sesko can have 100 million.
All these players they are calling are good with the club where they are right now. None of them is being forced out by the club.
It means OSIMHEN.
So you can't demand the full price, man.
Let me finish. It means OSIMHEN could worth more than any of these players combined.
Unfortunately.
But now you're freezing him out for a full season. You send him out on loan. Now he goes out on loan. He becomes the player, or perhaps he makes history, because you play for just 6 months and getting the highest goal scorer, Golden Boot award, and player of the season in just 6 months. Not in 1 year. He didn't play the full season. He played just 6 months, I think from January to so and so. And he's one of the best players in the club. Bros, at least he deserves more. And now this team have said, okay, fine, since you don't want him, I'm going to price him off you for 60 million.
Simple.
It's just easy. Okay, even if you want more, it shouldn't be more than 10 million, because what Napoli is asking for now is extra 15 million. I think, plus the bonuses, we should raise it to about 80 million euros.
I think Napoli is just being I won't say wicked.
They are the weapon for against
They are being petty. They are being petty
against, yes.
If you had designs that this guy is performing in Galatasaray, there could be a way for us to bring him back. And you want to bring him back. You start that movement before the end of the season.
No, at least even during this, you can talk to the summer, like now that he's back.
You can talk to his representative.
Outside you can talk to his representative. Outside, he's no longer in Galatasaray, because he's doing well at Galatasaray. You don't want his numbers to change. You want him to keep performing. You leave him at the end of the season. At the end of the season, immediately the season ended, you call him, bros. We have private meeting. You people will sit down on a round table, buy him food.
OSIMHEN has only about 1 year remaining in his contract. He can sit at this particular and move. So
move to any club.
Move to every club. So I don't understand why. I think Napoli is just trying to do it. They have a personal problem with OSIMHEN. Necessarily, I don't know what the problem, how the peaceful problem started, but I don't think that they are handling it very well. They don't want to sell OSIMHEN. They don't want to keep OSIMHEN. So I don't even know where. And remember,
they want to keep OSIMHEN, but they don't want to talk. Say
they cannot keep him because Conte will never play him.
They won't keep him.
Ask Conte what happened with Amike.
Now the problem is that Conte has won without OSIMHEN.
You know me.
Everybody believes that he can win without OSIMHEN.
He won without OSIMHEN by the floundering of Inter Milan.
But
simple and short.
And he wants to buy Nunes. He bought De Bruyne. He wants to buy Nunes. If he can get these two players, he bought them already. If he can get Nunes in already, why does he need OSIMHEN his team?
How many players have Chelsea bought that don't have any future playing for Chelsea right now, that are in that team right now?
They can't do it with OSIMHEN. Coaches are different.
See, it's not about they can't do it with OSIMHEN. They have a contract. And Bani, as long as they keep rejecting these contract offers, OSIMHEN is going to sit on that bench for 1 more year unless they reach an agreement. So the yam and the knife is with Napoli. They are the one that will say yes, go.
Yeah, we are still saying the same thing.
And that's what I'm telling you, that they are well within their rights to extend this fight over price till they hit 80 million or 90 million.
If OSIMHEN,
worst case scenario, Galatasaray will say we no do again.
That's what I'm saying. If OSIMHEN stays, Conte will not use. He can train with the team.
You know what I mean?
Conte it's going to devalue OSIMHEN. OSIMHEN wants to play football.
But they are the ones that have the executing power right now. The club can decide.
Well, it's going to be a crazy transfer.
The club can decide. That's
like
why
last summer, it was moving. I think even the summer closed. The European transfer window closed. Before, the Turkish league. I think yesterday it was about 3 weeks. That's why OSIMHEN could have moved to Galatasaray. That's how he moved. But now it's going to be an interesting if he's going to do again this summer. Liverpool, we thought that Liverpool is going to go for OSIMHEN, obviously not. We thought that Manchester United would go for OSIMHEN, obviously not. Arsenal is going for so his only option, as John has only said, that you can only move to a club that is bidding for you. For now, it's only Gala, and he has to just find a way to negotiate with Napoli for them to lease him to go to Gala. But good luck to OSIMHEN. We need him to play football. If Gala can offer him a Champions League football, he can go there and pick up his best. Yes. And probably another club will come for him for maybe next year. But if he signs for Galatasaray, it's going to be hard for him to leave after 1 year, maybe after 2 years.
He can leave after 1 year.
But let's see. He's going to move to.
It's not like they're offering him a 5-year deal. It's a 3-year deal.
To 2028. Well, let's see if it's going to work out for him. Congratulations to, I don't say congratulations to him, but hopefully you get that move. And I'll tell him congratulations for getting that move, because obviously Napoli is a weapon fashion against him, and it's not really fair. But let's see what happens with OSIMHEN. Okay, let's go back to our YouTube channel, because everybody is opening comments about that OSIMHEN's deal. And Anthony, Akobi Anthony, welcome to the show. I think this is the first time you are joining us. Say good morning, brothers. Nice joining you on the show. I am enjoying the program. Thank you very much, Anthony. Please remember to subscribe to our channel. And Chukobina is saying good morning, guys, in the studio. Fluminense all the way.
My guy. My guy.
Chukobina is also saying if Napoli are being adamant, he should just sit out the remaining 1 year of his contract and leave.
Now then go
but
still
the problem is that
lose.
OSIMHEN wants to play football, so it's just different.
Okay, he will play football in the under 23.
It doesn't make sense now. He's a senior player. Okay, and Akletis Obi is saying Italy and Argentina are the most racist nations on the earth. Conte and Guardiola are the most racist coaches on the earth. It's better OSIMHEN left Italy completely. Next is Lookman. Okay, he's also saying Italy frustrated, but
are they more racist than Lippy?
Much more OSIMHEN. Blacks should know that Italy and Argentina is not for them. Okay. Well, I don't know what to say about that, but you have your own theory, which is fine. Just some to say Napoli just want to eat their cake and have it. It's impossible. OSIMHEN is loved in Turkey, and I believe he will go ahead and become a court hero there.
Supported, man.
Let's see if he's going. Let him get his move and just move away from Italy. As an acquaintance has said on our YouTube channel, let him just move away from Italy, close his chapter in Italy, and focus on his career, because what he has faced in the past 1 year is not really nice for a player. Even though it's true that he has a mental capacity to. Now Nigeria has been now person where they run for Segala for Lagos. Why no? Where to go for straighter?
When last you see Nigerian full-grown Nigeria go therapy session?
What do you concern?
Why concern therapy?
But
It is his own therapy.
But I can understand these players. It's sometimes frustrating if you,
of course,
if your club, the club you are giving all for one day first league title in a couple hundred, almost a decade.
This is why players should learn to leave when the ovation is high.
You would have left after that particular.
After that, I think after they won the league, he stayed about 2 years on his contract. My problem is, leave that 2 years.
Clubs were coming then.
Leave that 2 years like that. If clubs come, sign for them. If clubs didn't come, play with that 2 years contract. Tell them you just want to focus on your football. Like I said it before. Just tell the club, I want to focus on my football right now. I'm not thinking of moving. I want to focus on my football. I'm not thinking of signing any contract. Let me focus on my football.
AKA Rashford.
A year to go. I want to focus on my football. If the club is still doing anyhow, the last year of the contract, he have for her also. But him, as they won the league, they brought new contract. About sign.
Okay, let's see what happens with OSIMHEN if he's going to move to Gala or move to every other club this particular summer. But it's going to be a repeat of last summer, where every club was thinking that we are going to buy PSG and all that. They didn't go to any other club. They asked that to go to Gala, but now it's happening again. And Napoli is being stubborn, and they are trying to frustrate OSIMHEN, but God know they sleep. You go get that transfer, and you go to better club. I don't talk for this show. Okay, back to our YouTube channel, and Timothy, welcome to the show. He said, did you say the lap is suspended? Why? Okay, he got another yellow card in the last game, so he has a double yellow card, so he's going to miss the next game for Chelsea. That means the game today. He said, please, OSIMHEN should go. Should get a good agent. Oh, you think that his agent is a problem for OSIMHEN? Well,
they are not marketing him well.
Okay, he's also saying, Timothy is also saying OSIMHEN should get a better agent. Okay, he moved from a good agent to a better agent. So, but let's see what will happen to him. Okay, Uzochukwu is saying OSIMHEN should either secure another loan move and see out his contract, his remaining contract, and stand a chance to choose a new club all by himself. Napoli is just being wicked, and I support that. Secure your loan, just come out. After next year, come back, they will release you. They are not getting shishi from you.
Yes.
And you go to your club of your choice. And club will come because they are not paying any transfer fee already, because part of the
problem is that you cannot command your proper wages.
You cannot command 250, say you want 200, because they are not paying almost 60. So they will convert it to your wages and your sign-ons bonuses. You go chop. So I think I understand what
one more loan. Simple.
1 year go and come back and just
what if he goes on that 1 year loan at Galatasaray, then when his contract expires, he now goes to a bigger team somewhere around in big five, top five.
That's our prayer. That's our prayer.
Now Galatasaray will now come back to sing another song.
No, I think Gala doesn't.
They've
Gala
had
is
him
not
for
really,
2 seasons.
Yes,
and
Gala is not really a big
them.
club that wants to keep all the players. They know that players can come and go at their club, because
they had that case with
OSIMHEN and Sane.
You understand? Sane is there and OSIMHEN is there. Shut down. Okay, finally, before we talk about other transfers, Pastor Chris Nandi is saying, John, are you serious by saying OSIMHEN should stay on the bench? Only pressure from journalists, he will change his mind immediately. And again, Nigeria have World Cup qualifying.
Who want bench OSIMHEN for Super Eagles?
But let's see.
If you don't get game time now,
who want bench OSIMHEN for Super Eagles?
He needs
Boniface.
Even if now.
That one will never score for Nigeria.
Okay, let's see what happens.
Oh, Boniface is my guy. I don't know what I do.
He never scored for Nigeria.
I don't know why you guys are doing that.
He not consign me.
I'm just.
Let's see what
Boniface.
Aruko Dele. What about Aruko Dare?
Boniface. Back pockets.
Aruko Dare. Look more. They can play a false 9 position. They can play with Aruko Dare's height.
To Maguire.
Okay, let's see what happens.
I'm just saying.
Let's see what happens with OSIMHEN. Hopefully, he will go to a better club next season or this season. Hopefully, we are actually praying for him to move to a better club. Okay, let's talk about other transfer. Elenga will move from Nottingham Forest to Newcastle. That deal has already been concluded. He's having his own medical down, so he's going to meet 55 million pounds. The 23-year-old Sweden international will move from Nottingham Forest to Newcastle. I think it's a very, very good buy for Newcastle.
30% of that money goes to
Sweden
Manchester
national team
United.
is shaping
so,
up too.
Yes.
30% of that money goes to if I find money.
So let's see.
And I don't
Let's
see
see if
bonus.
he's going to do well when he goes to Newcastle this season.
If
he's going to do
he's
well.
going to do well, of course.
What are the guarantees?
He is going to do
What
well.
are the guarantees?
Very plenty guarantees.
There are no guarantees.
There are
in
no
football.
guarantees, man.
Even
This is
The
football.
only what's it called now? The only ill fate there is injury.
he can play and he will not do well.
Thank
He
you.
play and do well.
Because
It will-
you know that sometimes that he played well this season because generally somehow Nottingham Forest played well.
Yes.
Newcastle they
Wait
play
now,
well.
That's
wait now,
one,
what I'm
that's
saying,
one.
If Newcastle was fighting relegation, nobody will buy him for 55 million pounds.
Thank
Even
you.
if they
Yeah,
were
but
even
somewhere
if-
Thank
fighting
you.
for his
He's
life.
commanding 55 million because of
So,
when Nottingham Forest
Truthfully,
finished.
if
It's not
Newcastle-
about
And then
it.
his
It's not-
performance
no, it's not
as
about
well.
it's not about that.
If Newcastle
But-
drop form, like drop to maybe like 15, he might score. That means he might score up to 10, 15 goals, which 10, 15 goals, maybe 8 goals.
He's not-
That's
he's-
one.
See,
As regards to his performance this coming season for them,
uh,
fitting into Newcastle system may be a work. He may not perform as
Now,
well as
Murphy
he did
did
at
the-
Nottingham. You know what I mean?
now Murphy did there.
You know what I mean?
And Murphy na midfielder. Wey fit just enter inside DM
Oh
play.
wow.
Now he's coming in to slot himself into.
All I'm trying to say is
I'll
that
be
there's
burned.
no such thing as a short thing.
That's the
from
thing,
New-
that's
see
the
from
thing, there's
Nottingham
no choice.
Forest, from Nottingham
There's no
Forest,
such thing as a
from
short,
Nottingham
as a short
Forest,
thing.
from
man.
Nottingham Forest to Newcastle for Anthony is a short thing.
Kamaka Alpha.
Not
Yeah, look at that from Italy now. Why you
Wait,
talk like this?
wait,
Yeah?
There's no
Wait, now
such
tell you
thing
about
as this.
even-
When you dey sign am that year, we no gree hear
I
word.
don't me.
Wait.
When you
I
dey
never,
sign
I
am
never,
that
I
year,
never, I never.
when
you
you
know,
sign full
you
crew,
never know me.
when you sign
when I
full
sign
crew,
full crew, I
yes.
tell you say me I been want.
It no be about
God.
wetin you want. You sign full crew, you
See,
dey happy.
Argument
What do you
here,
mean?
argument here is not necessary. Signing a player is a 50-50 chance. Either he performs or he
Thank
doesn't
you.
perform.
He will
That's simple.
perform.
Your
I have faith in him.
Arsenal might not even score up to 15 goals. Arsenal is very possible.
That one is possible.
You can.
But
you even see
Anthony, you know how many goals involvement does he have last
it does
season?
not matter. What I'm saying is still a 50-50 thing. He can go there and not perform.
The goal
It's very
involvement
simple.
you are crying about. Arsenal players had double last 2 seasons. How far
Which
last
of the
season?
Arsenal
It
players
will
have?
help them, but not
They
necessarily.
are double.
If you say
Men
that,
choke,
if you say
we
this
get
guy,
them.
there's
Then they
no
Martinelli,
transfer.
Saka get them.
There's no
Double.
transfer. Even this guy, the Liverpool bought. Yeah, he might even go there and not even see 5 goals a season.
Uh-huh.
So it's possible. In
If
football.
Andy Carroll can flop, anybody can flop.
But let's see if he's going to go. He's going to move. Anthony Elanga is going to move from Nottingham Forest to Newcastle for 55 million pounds. Let's see if it's going to be a huge transfer for him. For Greenish is going to leave, and guess who is looking for him? Newcastle is still looking for him. Spurs is looking for him, and Napoli is
They
looking
should
for
go to
him.
Spurs now
But
or
I
go to
think he should go
Napoli.
to Spurs
No,
because Spurs is looking for Kudus. Spurs are actually buying good players.
These guys no one sell Kudus now. Then they ginger.
they're not
for
going to bring
60
money
million.
now. 80 million. You
They-
want to give me
they-
50 million for
they-
Kudus? Bring 80 million. We'll give you. I'll go buy new player.
80 with each 80
With 80
million.
million.
Your
It
mouth
is-
like
no,
80
no,
million.
no, go.
Baba,
Now,
that
wait,
guy na average.
We agree.
Wetin I go
Now
wait
average,
for-
now average player we agree. But the same average player gets more goals involvement
the
in the
average,
EPL
the
than your
average.
star player.
The average,
You get-
carry, the average carry bow leg.
now again.
No
in
be
the Pre-
better average.
in
In
the Premier
average, they
League-
get bow leg.
in the Premier League for the amount of times he's been in the Premier League, for the amount of time he's been in the Premier League, he's the second highest, most successful dribbler.
Yeah,
in the Premier League.
Now and in the
He
dribble.
they make people chop grass.
Yes, the dribble.
Now, last season, this is what
What were his numbers last season?
this just concluded the season. Now
I
you
mean,
want
what
now you
was-
want
what was
start.
his
And they give
GA?
you
What was his GA?
and they give you stats. Say person
No,
sabi.
now what was
the
his
stats.
GA?
The stats where I know be say he had about
Wetin be GA?
80
No be how many people wey
80
chop grass.
89
What was his GA?
89 successful dribbles. Inside
Since you will
that,
not tell us,
50% of those people
I will
chop
tell you
grass.
what his GA
and his
is.
GA in the Premier League last season, in all competition, is about 15 goals plus.
E no reach.
In all competition, is about 15 goals plus.
E no reach.
You get. I'm not gonna tell you stats plus and stuff. Now I'm telling you that he's a wonderful performer.
Baba, that
And now,
one no relate.
compared to
no,
the person
no
they
add
have-
to the bottom
Compared to
line.
the person they have on that position, in that position for Tottenham
I
Hotspur,
think
is Brenham Johnson
32 games,
Mhm.
8 GA.
for Premier League. I tell you,
32
say,
games,
in all
so
competition.
no be say na 15.
8 now. I said
No be say
15
na
plus
from
in all
bench.
competition.
No be say na I'm coming. I will open all competition.
No,
and you
no,
go
they,
see say
see, in all
you
competition,
no
he
reach
reach
double figure.
He reached double figure.
But you go tell me say top grass. Who top grass help? Na top grass you use finish
I beg
17th.
No,
na top grass you use
Jack
finish
Grealish
17th.
100 million. At least West Ham buy am for how much? West Ham not do well, oh. Now West Ham will not do well. You dey fair player wey go score double figure for you.
Top grass.
Now Jack Grealish wey you sign for 100 million plus. First season no reach that number.
Champions League now, so argue with
okay,
your
but wetin he do for the Champions League?
He win me
Wetin
Champions
he win with Champions League? He make people
Champions
chop. He make people chop grass.
No, so
No, now wetin they talk?
This your Kudus na scam.
No be scam.
Na scam him be.
If you move to a bigger club, because
He go get more numbers.
Obviously, West Ham
32 full games, and you cannot score more than.
Is he a striker?
You cannot score more than Hoyland.
Is he a striker?
32.
Is he a striker? He's
32 full games. In this Premier League season that just ended, he not follow for top 20 on that GA.
John.
Top 20.
John.
And you have the right to sit here and tell me they should pay 80. You
pay 80 million.
Okay, now.
Because even if
collect the 80.
First off, he's not a striker. You expect him to score 100 goals plus. Or 20
wow,
goals
assist.
He's not a striker. He's not a striker.
Just 3 assists, 32 games.
It's not his fault that he will create a chance.
32
and
games.
The person is passing the ball to. We scoff the
No,
chance.
now let's agree to disagree.
Then two, you play him off position. Now again, the top option is you play him off position because throughout the season he was played from the left. This is the player that plays from the right.
Let me just conclude this argument. One is that, as I said before, we started talking this transfer. The club you play determines how you perform.
Oh wow.
Kudus at West Ham is like, for me, it's a potential wasted because West Ham is just.
No. Let's look at the full picture.
If you carry Kudus and put in an Arsenal team or a Man City team, he will perform. His goal and assist will increase. That is the truth.
From where? From where to where?
The truth. Because he's playing for a bigger team. But playing for a West
no,
West
so GA15, GA9.
It doesn't matter.
Bani.
That team. Now the
top grass. Alpha market.
Your Jack Grealish. Your biggest flop. I said give you 80 million, 40 million pounds.
May I give you 80 million?
You give me 80 million. Now my player, he do well.
For waste.
He do well. He chop grass. He give me 80 million.
It's literally the same thing. He dribbles, creates chances.
He creates chances.
But he doesn't score a whole lot of goals.
Baba, if I pull up Grealish GA, you go whip for Kudus.
I understand.
You go whip.
If I pull up Grealish GA,
Grealish actually gets almost a similar.
My own is that if Grealish was playing for West Ham and Kudus was playing for Man City, he will perform better than Grealish. That's obvious because he's more skillful. He has intelligent, more intelligent than Grealish.
Skillful without productivity. You know why?
Grealish productivity than waiting.
Martinelli, where they run like headless chicken up and down, get more productivity than Kudus. But this man who they here, they call Martinelli headless chicken. They have, you know, get one single player where get Martinelli GA this season. One player in West Ham.
John.
Just one.
Club says that he was more than 50, then he was more than 50.
John. You know, be about shouting and checking stats online.
Baba,
you get me?
Now your number because I you were considering that now 15 GA.
I tell you 15.
You are considering 15
because
GA.
If you calculate the ones
aspire to my
the ones where he give Danny Ings, so Danny Ings cough. The ones where he give. There are passes that there are times he makes run into the bucket and passes to Paqueta. Paqueta play shot, Paqueta go pass out. Paqueta will collect the assist. My assist will be given to another person.
I've watched Kudus play.
And he's a wonderful player. He'll not be good. Good now, average. He's beyond average.
Now average player he be, Baba, nothing you want tell me.
If he plays for Arsenal or Man City, he will produce more numbers.
He's not going to play for Tottenham Hotspur.
So even if he play for Tottenham is another team that is even, I don't even know where they are playing, but he can improve them. But truthfully, Kudus, if he moves, is going to be a good thing for them. Grealish is going to leave, but let's see where Grealish is going to go when he leaves Manchester City.
Go to this Newcastle. No, he should go and replace Vicha. Vicha is left for.
Depending
They don't have
And
any.
this guy did there no.
Who?
The Bruyne no.
From the right, from the left. Sorry, from the left.
But let's see what
As
happens.
Vicha left, nobody replaced him, so you should go and replace Vicha.
Let's see what happens. They want the league without Vicha, so they can.
No,
win.
you should go and
Anybody that is playing there is doing
They
well.
didn't win the league without him because
No.
Vicha still got his medal straight up.
So let's see what happens with Greenish. He's going to move for Kudus. Kudus, they are still negotiating with West Ham. They submitted a 50 million pounds bid for Kudus, but West Ham wants more.
We want 80 million. It's simple.
More na
The same thing we are telling Arsenal still
more
owes
na
50.
carry go enter
Arsenal
market.
still owes 50 million for Declan Rice.
Let's see if it's
Well.
going to work. Okay, for other transfers, Calvin Lewin, he didn't sign a new contract with Everton.
Everton,
Going to
yes.
leave.
Good
The rumors
riddance.
that Manchester United is looking for him as a free
Oh,
Ev-
Man United to
Ev-
sign him. Man United to sign him.
Everton, good riddance. Thank you.
I don't know. He's a free
But-
transfer. He's a
but
free,
the thing is,
free
the thing
player
is-
now.
New manager, new setup. I think you're supposed to negotiate his contract extension before the end of last season, but unfortunately, Messiah came in. David Moyes came in, looked at the style of play, chose his striker instantly.
Well,
Beto.
apart from that, injury won't kill my guy for that place.
Baba,
They have been
That's
playing
why I
injury.
say good riddance.
Injury one kill, but the other
When you have
the other people give a
when
new
you have
contract.
wasted that many millions on one particular player that have
Listen,
not
29 years.
what are we saying,
He
man?
has not played like
You
this
know
since-
when he joined Everton,
since no, they should
And
listen.
he
exit, please.
And he only signed 3 years contract. I mean,
They
3
should
years
release him.
contract.
I think
And-
it's
Bye
right.
bye.
I think they are right to release him. Please.
But
Nobody will even miss himself.
They've been playing from the sidelines. I can't remember it. Apart from that particular season, he played one full season for Ancelotti.
He played.
That-
You know, play one full season. No.
Oh, he got injured in
They
that.
say, as
season.
I say, I wanted to make him a
Even
beast.
that
He
season
scored
when he
goals,
played for Ancelotti,
He
he no
scored
reach
goals. No,
he
he
no reach
scored
15 GA.
He scored. No, he passed 15 G.
He no
He
reach.
scored goals. He passed.
Me and you check him for sure, yeah, man.
He passed, but he scored goals. But it still wasn't enough because Ancelotti made him a different kind of player. Ancelotti made him a beast
9 goals and 3 assists, you know, man.
in that
That's his
regard.
best season, oh.
In that regard,
Please, bye bye.
and he's now under the tutelage of David Moyes, and David Moyes in his first game said no.
It's not.
And look at the way, no, even look at the way they set up. You know that Beto was the best.
I think Beto and him are the same kind of striker. The
They're
problem,
not.
they are the same. I've watched Beto. Beto no be tall, they run the ball.
Mhm.
Him doing the same thing, tall, they chase ball. The difference is that you can't rely on a player that is always out on injury.
Thank
and
you.
he has been in Everton for almost 7 years.
Yes.
Whereas have been there, left, came back, we are still injured. There's no, so it's just common sense for you to listen. They allowed him to run down his contract. Waited for him last season if he's going to get fit. He didn't get fit.
Baba no get
They
fit.
can't offer
If
you.
they
It's common
expect say
sense.
dem go give am new
Every week
contract
they are
from
paying. You
where?
know that they are paying you
Ah.
free every day. Every week they are paying you free.
Do you
money.
know that
It
they are
doesn't make
covering
sense.
your
Medicals
wage, your
too.
medicals? So they whine me.
Doesn't make sense. So
Please.
I think it's the right, but Manchester United are going for him. I don't know if it's the right thing, but whether they like it, I don't care. But he should go anywhere he wants to go. He needs to play football too. The other rumors there that Nkunku might go to Manchester United. They see
No,
rumors
that one done
everywhere.
there last week now.
And they
Since
see
last
rumors
week.
everywhere. But they are telling Man U to bring money. I think they know that Man U
Man,
needs
you
a
look
striker.
before you leap.
Man, you need a striker. Man, you need a winger.
But the thing is that Nkunku is sent with Mbeumo, Kunya, the same kind of striker.
Thank you.
So I don't think buying 3 strikers and even Zeski, all of them are similar type of striker. I don't need
He's
it.
not a
They
striker.
no be striker o.
He plays behind the striker.
Nkunku plays from the
That one
flank.
no make am. Nkunku na
Christopher
winger, pure winger.
Nkunku plays from the flank.
What I'm saying is that he can play behind the striker. Abi.
He can
play
try.
as
He
a striker.
can
Abi.
try.
What are
Man,
we
you no
saying
need
now?
who can try.
We can flip. No, they need to play.
Man, you no need
Man
to
United,
can
no,
try.
Man United want to
It's
play.
common
I
sense.
understand.
Wait now.
Man United want to play fleet formation.
See guys,
Up front.
it's common sense. If Man U is looking for him,
Mm.
they don't play with wingers. That means either he plays as a striker or behind the striker. It's just common sense. So let's not even go to argument about it. It's where he's going to play if he joins. So that is a winger or not. He plays as a striker at Chelsea sometimes. He plays as a winger at Chelsea because of the way Chelsea sets up. If he goes to Man U sets up with attackers are behind the main striker or a main striker. So he has to play these 2 positions. He cannot play from the wing back. So it's common sense. But let's see if that transfer will go through. It's not possible now. But let's see. Everybody is trying to make transfer for Chelsea. Chelsea is going to release Chukwuemeka is still at Borussia Dortmund, and they say that they don't want loans again. That they need to start selling players. They have to sell him.
They don't wake up.
Let's see if
They
they're
know now.
going to.
The this thing is real.
When they were doing 9 years, 7 years,
you have to raise more. The thing is, they've already given you this that you have to raise sell players to raise
they are going to sell a whole lot of players.
So they are going to sell definitely.
Lease a whole lot of players, sell a whole lot of players. But let's see what happens with Chelsea. Okay, let's take phone calls and get your own contribution about all this we are talking about, especially for Chelsea game. Give us your own prediction.
And the
number to call is 0706 048 5853. Let's take the first. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Name and location, please. Okay.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So you don't say your own bad belly, and the bad belly with the food that they give the guy with you. You never tell us what the Chelsea do you, because every day if you come, you go to give us statistics whether they happen for free. You see that match today? There's no how Chelsea go beat them like 3-1.
Oh.
3-1.
Okay.
Look at them. Chelsea go beat them like 3-1. If you like the champion, let me tell you, if PSG Chelsea will find out that Chelsea will win. Surprise you, you will surprise everybody.
PSG Chelsea. PSG Chelsea.
Okay.
You just see maybe gamble before you see Chelsea will find out what they win and go and check the Champions League with Chelsea. We nobody give them chance. Man City and Bayern. This one will be the same.
Okay.
So if you just look
all right, thank you. Yeah. I'm not just
shots fired.
Just want to play. Why not? If you are supporting Chelsea, why want your club to go to the finals of the Club World Cup? And if they go there, it's by merit. And if they win it, it's by merit, whether they win the Conference League or not. So I understand you. Yeah, hello, good morning.
Hello?
Good morning. Name and location, please.
Good morning, guys. I meet you.
Yeah, good morning. Name and location, please.
See, John, please, you know, sometimes you come, you argue, you still come and shoot yourself in the foot. I don't understand why. But that one is not the way, sir. OSIMHEN, we all have supported him so much because you know somebody that will come out and say that he likes what Napoli is doing.
Yes.
So why would you come out and say that Napoli is how do you even put it safe? That Napoli they have the right. You all know that it is adding baggages to your paying this thing, to your paying list of players that you are paying. They are doing guys. Napoli really want to offload him, no matter how. But it's how OSIMHEN have now agreed to stay in Galatasaray. OSIMHEN doesn't want playing in Turkish league. He's a prolific striker. But Napoli now doing as if they want to hold on to him. I don't see that because they wouldn't want to add him in his list.
They should agree now. They should agree.
So what's the need of OSIMHEN?
That's the problem.
Because he has a contract. He has a contract.
He has a contract.
Yes.
Wouldn't you want to offload than to like wouldn't you want to? That's only for him now. Wouldn't you want to offload so you have other space of bringing in more players? Because as it starts now, Napoli have already bought players. They bought players. I don't know about 2 or 3. You understand? So adding OSIMHEN to the list of packages doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to me.
Okay.
I think they are trying to do guy in this situation.
That's the bottom line.
But in my own part, what the vex me is how OSIMHEN is agreeing to play in Turkish league. You understand? He doesn't want to play, except maybe he want to play just to accept the fans because due to the fans have loved him. That one is understandable. But playing in Turkish league, me, I don't accept that.
All right.
And go call you, maybe come buy him now.
You see, Manchester, I think. This yes, I think people talked about Manchester United going for Kevin win. Please, he said something about it. He said he has been there 1 more years left and he's still there 1 more years return. Yeah?
I think so. I think I can remember. I'm just guessing. It's been there for a very long time.
Moyes left in 2013.
Okay, he came in after Moyes. Okay, he came in after Moyes. Yes.
But I don't understand. I don't understand what you meant by
It
means he don't take for the club. He don't take for the club.
Alex. It means say he don't take. Wait, not there for that club, but he don't get number.
as for Manchester United trying to buy him, Manchester United needs all the strikers, all the wingers they can get.
Okay.
And
So you need
Ganacho and all of them, Rashford, they are not going to, they are
All
not
right.
in the list, even at home, they are not in the list of Manchester United.
All right, thank
They are
you,
like
thank you,
just
thank you.
three squads, you understand? So I think if the win is not, it's just for the backup, it's not must. I think as a matter of fact,
Thank
it's
you,
really coming in
thank you.
as a free transfer, you understand?
Yes.
So we need him.
All
Now
right,
the
thank
free transfer we go choke una be that.
Thank you.
Now that free transfer go choke una.
He said we need him. Now the same need Chelsea fans they need everybody.
Okay, let's see if he's going to move there. Yeah, hello, good morning. Good morning.
Okay, you need him.
Okay, if we need him.
Okay, you need him too. Oh, okay, now. Okay. Oh, thank you.
Name and location, please.
Good morning.
Bishop, continue.
Continue.
Yeah, thank you.
Let me discuss about OSIMHEN. I didn't want to talk because of OSIMHEN.
Okay.
To be honest with you, I'm not proud of the situation. But there's nothing we can do.
Yes.
And I don't say we can't force him to any club. And that is the thing. In as much as we want him to play for these things, we have aspired him and in fact have done the agent work. But we cannot get him a club. We can't force him to any club. Understand? But maybe he prefer this gala to Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
Because there's no option.
Yes.
That's from Saudi Arabia. And he doesn't want to move there. I think he should stay there and play. I believe he too is not proud being there, but if that club did not come, he can't force himself to any other club.
True
He has
talk.
no choice than to play. Because he can't even win Conference League there. They play the Europa League. They left on time. Not even talk of Champions League. So for me, I wanted him to compete. Yes, he compete. Maybe win Champions League, play semi-final, play quarter-final. Show your friend. His best season, he was ranked 8th. If I'm not mistaken, 8th in the world. 8th. That is question.
Hello. Okay.
That is.
Yes.
That is where you should perform early in Champions League. And perform in a league that is rated. Not even the Turkish league, they're not even top one of the top 5. If you are counting in Europe. But there's nothing we can do. But to be honest, I'm not proud of him playing there. But there's nothing we can do.
Yes,
I don't know why clubs are keeping quiet and looking this guy to stay there again. But maybe some of you said something when he stayed there. Maybe just give him 2 or a season. Maybe some club will still come. But I believe this is his peak. This should be time he make his biggest move.
Yeah.
So I didn't go like that. We have nothing to do, but bro, I think that league, I have issue with it. No respect to the league.
Oh, okay, thank you very much. Okay, everybody has issue. Everybody wants OSIMHEN to play for a
Of
bigger
course,
club,
but you can't
obviously
force club to
we
come
can't-
and carry him.
Yeah, so we have to wait for them. If another club will come, but for now he has said yes to Gala. So if he's going to move to Turkey to play, if they agreed a fee with Napoli next season. Okay, let's end with our YouTube channel before we end the show today. Tomorrow we'll talk about the Club World Cup, and this time tomorrow Chelsea have already played. We'll know if we are going to laugh or smile with Chelsea. So tomorrow we'll come back. Okay. Finally, on our YouTube channel, remember guys, we are live on YouTube at Vote FM. So, and Chukwu Bina is saying, John, Kudus was far better than Foden Greenish last season. If Kudus played for City last season, he would have been a star player. He's also saying, see how all the stunts that you guys threw at Arsenal comes back to haunt you. Haunt you guys. Saka was injured for about 3 months and has more goal and assist than Foden. Martinelli is far better goal assist. Goal and assist than Kudus too. Okay, he's also saying Højlund to Calvin Lewin. Is that an upgrade or downgrade or remaining stagnant? Okay, finally, Chukwu Bina is saying Madrid or PSG against Chelsea in the final. I know there will be silence after the final. Chelsea go cry. Okay, Anacletus will be saying, John, let's be honest with argument. If you had put Messi in West Ham, his numbers will never be the same as it was in Barcelona.
Calm down. If it was West Ham that won the Conference League, we will number go up.
Club of a player matters a lot. Saka in West Ham will produce
Sack him.
produce sack him. What do you mean? Okay, so we produce sack him. Okay, okay. Finally, Chooks, welcome back to the show. You say any update on Rashford to Barcelona? No,
The
updates
same thing they
now.
do Osimhen, they do Rashford.
So finally, Judah Onunkwo is saying people forget that Napoli broke their record of 80 million euros for OSIMHEN, and with the issue they had due to the news that they have added 3 players to the deal. Okay, let's see what happens.
On our back now.
Let's see what happens with
Simple.
OSIMHEN. OSIMHEN is going to move away from Napoli. Let's hope that he's going to go to a better club and win. Remember, Chelsea is playing Fluminense today by 8 p.m. Let's hope let any better team win. Tomorrow we'll come back and discuss about that game. Thank you for joining us on today's show. My name is Godwin, and have a wonderful day.